Hi students, today we want to start this physical properties. Here physical properties, this first point is methanol, NaL. It is called as a CH2O or HCHO is a gas at room temperature, and here ethanol is liquid at room temperature, and other aldehydes, volatile liquid. This one is volatile liquid. Other aldehydes and ketones are liquids or solids, at room temperature. Okay, that is the physical state of these aldehydes and ketones. And second point, if the boiling points are taken, the boiling point value generally depends upon the molecular mass. Molecular mass is more than boiling point is more. Molar mass or molecular mass increases, boiling points also increases. Other point is hydrogen bonding. But here aldehydes and ketones, when we are taking these aldehydes and ketones, here the aldehydes and ketones are having less boiling points than alcohols, and here they are having more boiling points than ethers and alkanes. So here alkanes, they are having more boiling points than alkanes and ethers, and they are having less boiling points than alcohols. Why these aldehydes and ketones are having less boiling points than alcohols? Because these are having only dipole attractive forces, attractive forces, whereas alcohols are having a strong hydrogen bonds. And here alkanes and ethers are having these weak van der Waal attractive forces, because of this weak van der Waal attractive forces, these are having very less boiling point values. Okay, so aldehydes and ketones, in this also you can clearly, if you are taking a aldehyde and ketones are having little bit higher than aldehydes. That is the boiling points order. And here, if you are taking next point, that is solubility. Here if the solubility is taken, methanol, the first aldehyde, and the second aldehyde, that is called as ethanol, and the ketone, the first ketone, that is called as a propanone. These three are soluble. These are soluble in water. Why they are soluble in water means because they forms hydrogen bonds. Here for example, an aldehyde I am taking, that is the first aldehyde CH3, C double bond O H, and another aldehyde I am taking CH3, it is the second aldehyde, not first aldehyde, C double bond O H. First aldehyde means here also hydrogen group is formaldehyde. And here if you are writing this H, or we can write like H, and here it is O, and this is H. This is water molecule, and these aldehydes and these water molecules are having hydrogen bonding. And here also I am writing another hydrogen water molecule, and here also there is a possibility of hydrogen bonding. This type of hydrogen bonding is possible for aldehydes and ketones, and for lower aldehydes and ketones only. If higher means high molecular weight, high molecular mass containing are soluble in organic solvents only. They are not soluble in inorganic solvent or polar solvent like water. They are soluble only in organic solvent, benzene, carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, like CS2, such type of organic solvents only. Okay, that is about solubility of these compounds. So whenever they are asking any compound, please check this order. First, alcohols. If comparable molecular mass or similar molecular mass containing compounds, if they are given, then only check the order for this, that is alcohols having highest because of hydrogen bonding, next ketones, next aldehydes, and next ethers, and the last is alkanes. That is the order of boiling points for different compounds. Next, chemical properties. Here, aldehydes and ketones also looking like unsaturated compounds. C double bond O group is present. Like C double bonds. Here C double bond C means what? Alkene. And C triple bond C means alkynes. Like C double bond C containing compounds in first year you studied, they show mainly electrophilic addition reactions. So here this is electrophilic addition reaction shown by the C double bond C or C triple bond C containing compounds. For this I simply give an example. CH2 double bond CH2 if you are taking, here if you are writing HCl, and in this first H plus and next Cl minus is added. If H plus is added on this, suppose we are getting CH3 CH2 plus carbocation, and next Cl minus is added on this place, so it is called as CH3 CH2 Cl. This is called as electrophile. H plus is added, first electrophile is added, so this is called as electrophilic addition reaction. So this is electrophilic addition. When there is unsaturation, you have electrophilic addition. But here in the carbonyl compounds, they are not showing electrophilic addition reactions. Why? Because is here in a carbonyl compound, the carbon and oxygen are not having same electronegativity. They have different electronegativity. Here this is a less electronegative and oxygen is more electronegative. So oxygen is a more electronegative element. Because of more electronegativity of oxygen, it is getting partial negative charge and this is getting partial positive charge. Or if this pair of electrons are shifting onto the oxygen, then it is getting negative charge and it gets positive charge. So here the nucleophile means negative charged species are having at least one lone pair for donation. Nucleophile can attack on the carbon atom easily. Moreover, this is sp2 carbon. This carbon is sp2 carbon. Please remember, this is an sp2 carbon. sp2 carbon means planar carbon. It can be attacked. Here planar carbon means it is like this. Suppose planar, plane means like this. It can be attacked from the front side or it can be attacked from the back side. So a planar carbon atom is present. So the nucleophile can attack easily on the carbonyl carbon or the positive charged carbon. So aldehydes and ketones mainly shows nucleophilic. The mainly shows nucleophilic addition reactions. Aldehydes and mainly showing aldehydes and ketones mainly shows nucleophilic addition reactions. And okay, here what is the nucleophilic addition reaction? Suppose I am giving this compound, for example, here it is R and here it is H. For example, aldehyde I am taking, and here nucleophile I am taking. So first nucleophile is added, then here this is I said no, it is sp2 carbon or planar carbon. This sp2 carbon can easily attacked because it is getting partial negative, it is getting partial positive, and so the nucleophile attacks on this carbon easily. So what is formed? O minus, and here R, and here H, and here nucleophile is attacked. A tetrahedral intermediate is formed, that is stable, and then here the protonation occurs. H plus is added on this carbon because it is having 3 lone pairs now, so it can attack easily on the proton, and so we are getting OH and R group and H group and here nucleophile. So whatever it may be the nucleophile we are taking. Okay, and here this is the nucleophilic addition reaction and this is electrophilic addition reaction. This is not for these aldehydes and ketones. Generally alkenes and alkynes undergoes to electrophilic addition reactions mainly. Okay, so alkenes and alkynes are having unsaturation and so they are showing electrophilic reaction, electrophilic addition reactions. But carbonyl compounds also have C double bond O. Double bond is there means unsaturated like, but it is not showing electrophilic addition. Why? Because there is electron negativity difference between the bonded atoms. First thing. Second thing, and how this occurs means easily the pair of electrons of C double bond O, one pi bond electron shifts easily and nucleophile attacks easily and gives a tetrahedral intermediate stable and then it converts into a protonated compound and that is nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, but in this we have aldehyde that is RC double bond OH and we are having a ketone aldehyde and RD or COR dash. This is aldehyde and this is ketone. This compound is called as ketone. In these aldehydes and ketones, which are more reactive towards nucleophilic addition reactions? That is the important question. So, in aldehydes and ketones, which is more reactive? Aldehyde or ketone? Towards nucleophilic addition reaction, which is more reactive. So in this, there are two reasons. So here, by considering two reasons, we can say aldehydes are always more reactive. Please remember, very, very important. Aldehydes are always more reactive than ketones. This is reactivity order. Reactivity order, aldehydes are always more reactive than ketones towards nucleophilic addition reactions. Why? What are the reasons? The first one is electronic reasons, and the second one is steric reasons. So here electronic reasons and steric reasons. What are the electronic reasons and steric reasons? Here electronic reasons and steric reasons what? First one, electronic reasons I am taking. Suppose I am taking aldehyde here. First aldehyde if you are taking HCOH and if we take first ketone is taken RCOR dash or R same. In these two compounds if you see what are the groups attached on the carbonyl carbon or the carbonyl group? What are the groups attached here? Two hydrogen atoms only. Or even other aldehydes are taken. One alkyl group, another one is hydrogen. What type of group is this H or alkyl group if you are taking? This H is considered as a zero inductive effect group or it is a neutral group. It is not taken as minus I group or not taken as plus I group because this is less electronegative than carbon actually. So we can't say this one, it will take up the electrons. So here this is not showing any effect. But if alkyl group is taken, this is a plus I group and this is also a plus I group. What the plus I groups will do? Positive inductive effect. Plus I group means positive inductive effect groups. What they can do? Here, whenever plus I group is present, they can simply give the electrons. Here they are giving the electrons. And here also it is giving the electrons. And what happens because of giving the electrons? What actually we need? A carbon positive charge means carbon having electron deficiency. But what here happening? Alkyl groups are giving electrons to carbon. If I have deficiency, I will try to react with a nucleophile. But if I am not having electron deficiency, I will not react with nucleophile, no need. What is the nucleophile reaction? Here it is having electron, it is not having electron. But if it is having electron, then there is no need of a nucleophile for this carbon. So, if there is alkyl groups, what they can do? They reduce the electron density. Sorry, they increase the electron density. The alkyl groups will increase the electron density on the carbonyl carbon, means positive charge formation reduced or electron deficiency will be minimized. So it is becoming neutral because suppose this is CY is trying to get positive charge by converting like this. But what it is doing, this is giving electrons and the other alkyl group is also giving the electrons. So by this carbon neutral, it becomes neutral. No positive charge. When there is no positive charge, how nucleophile will attracts or how nucleophile will attacks? So that is first reason, electronic reasons. So the first reason is electronic reasons. If plus I groups are present or plus M groups are present, please remember plus I groups or plus M groups if present, here a very very important one, they reduce, they decrease reactivity, they decrease the reactivity of carbonyl compound. Suppose if there is a minus I group or minus M group, then what happens? If minus I minus M groups are present, then they increase the reactivity, which is opposite now. They increase the reactivity because what happens? For example, if you are having this, I am giving, suppose this carbon is having this alkyl group, instead of this alkyl group I am writing CH and or it is CCl3 group I am writing CCl3 group. 3 chlorine atoms present. CCl3 means it is a minus I group. Whenever this is minus I group, what it can do? Already these pi bond electrons are taken up by oxygen, so carbon is getting positive charge. And this CCl3 group also removes the electrons from this bond. So what happened? Carbon is getting more positive charge. Whenever you have a problem and your friend is also telling some other problems to you, you will become more disappointed, depressed. Like that, here carbon already having problem, positive charge because of the electron lost by this bond shift. And the CCl3 is also taking the electrons from this. So because of this bond electron lost, carbon again gets more positive charge. So the nucleophile can easily attacks on this carbon because it has high electron deficiency. Okay, so please remember, if there is a minus I or minus M groups, the nucleophilic addition reactions increases, the reactivity increases, whereas the plus I plus M groups reactivity decreases. Plus I plus M groups if present, they decrease the reactivity. Okay, and next second, steric reasons. Here steric reasons means what? Sterical hindrance, we can call it as steric hindrance. Here steric hindrance means, suppose if there is a, again I am changing this, here if there is a hydrogen atom only, okay, here also hydrogen is present, means this is the carbon atom for example, and these two are hydrogen atoms only we have. So these two are hydrogen atoms only we have. This is a C double bond O group present. So what happens means the nucleophile can attack easily by moving through this or either this way, this side, whatever it may be, because of less crowded group. This is called as it is not giving more crowd. Means it is simply called as less crowded groups. Hydrogen means less crowded group. So because of that, what happens? A nucleophile can easily attacks. There is no prevention, there is no retardation. Means the nucleophile cannot be prevented, which is not stopped by any other groups present on this carbon. Okay. that is easily undergoing to reaction. For example, if I am changing this, hydrogen is less crowded group. Suppose if this is having methyl group means H, 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 and this is also methyl group, H and H and H. Means if you see, this will become the bulky group now. This is a bulky group and this is a bulky group. When two bulky groups are present, what happens? Simply nucleophile will get fear because of these bulky groups to attack on this carbon. So due to the bulky group's presence on the carbonyl carbon, the attack of nucleophile will be prevented. So what happens? It cannot attack easily. So whenever steric hindrance, this is called as steric hindrance. When steric hindrance increases, steric hindrance, steric hindrance increases, then reactivity decreases. Reactivity decreases. When steric hindrance is increasing, reactivity decreases. Means, for example, HCO, this is only first aldehyde, and I am taking CH3 C double bond OH. This is second aldehyde, and this is having CH3 CH3 double bond O. That is a ketone. Tell me which has less steric hindrance? This one, because it is having only two hydrogens which are very small groups which doesn't show any steric hindrance. Whereas in this one methyl group, little bulkiness increases, but second side it is free. But here two methyl groups, two sides bulky groups are present. So whenever steric hindrance is increasing, the reactivity order decreases. The rate of reaction decreases. So, finally, please remember there are two reasons for the reactivity of aldehydes and ketones. In that, aldehydes are more reactive than ketones. Why means two reasons: electronic reasons, and second one is steric reasons. What are electronic reasons? Here, electronic reasons means when there is a plus I or plus M groups are present, like alkyl groups are present, then they increase the electron density on the carbon atom. So there is no need of electrons for this carbon. So nucleophile attack is not easy. Okay. Next, steric reasons. Here, if there is a bulky groups attached to the carbonyl carbon, then the nucleophile attack is prevented by the bulky groups, so the reaction also decreases. That is the two reasons. And I will give the order of different compounds reactivity. Here I give three compounds. For the remaining also I will give. Now see these compounds. Here the order of reactivity of a formaldehyde is lesser than acetaldehyde because this is a plus I group and it is increasing some bulkiness. Next, here the acetaldehyde or aliphatic aldehyde is having more reactivity than aromatic aldehyde. Why? There is some other logic also. Here I said na plus M effect or minus M effect if you are taking. Here this is showing, suppose if this pair of electrons are shifting, then immediately this pair of electrons are shifting onto this. Means carbon is trying to get positive charge, but because of the shift of electrons, what happened? The carbon positive charge will be again decreased. So the aromatic aldehydes and aliphatic aldehydes, when you compare, this is acetaldehyde, simply called as acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde, common name, and this is called as benzaldehyde. So aromatic aldehydes and aliphatic aldehydes, if you are taking, aromatic aldehydes are less reactive than aliphatic aldehydes. Next, the next one is ketones because of bulkiness and because of plus I effect of the groups. Next is aromatic ring containing ketones. Again, same reason. Okay, and finally, two aromatic rings because of more steric repulsions and because of more plus M effect, that is very less reactive. That is first one type of reactivity order. This is second and this is third. In the second one, here I took CH3CHO and this is CH2Cl, this is CHCl2, this is CCl3. This is I gave CCl3 because it is a minus I group. Okay, and the next one is like this. So this is the reactivity increasing order. And the last one, if you are taking, this is a plus M effect group. This is a two lone pair containing, it shifts onto this, so the reactivity is very less. Next, this is a plus I effect is present and plus H is also present, or directly H also we can write. H means a hyperconjugation effect. Hyperconjugation effect is present. And here there is no groups on it. This is a minus I minus M group. Okay, so please remember, because of minus I minus M effect, it is having highest reactivity. Next, this one no groups, and this is plus I, and this is the plus M group. So this is reactivity order of different aldehydes and ketones. Please remember, and in next class we will see the reactions.